Rimuru the Yellow Primordial? By Raphael-sensei Chapter 5, Awakening. Third Person Pav. Air trembled within the woods as the princess of the kingdom started her demon-calling ritual. She tremendously bit off her thumb, as a red liquid substance fall off. She smashes the ground as she draws her hand, creating a magic circle that is made out of her own life. You all are going to die. The princess's hoarse voice echoes within the area as she keeps drawing the magic circle. The possibility of her succeeding is roughly 3.47%, as this spell is merely a prototype, and the reason she learns such a menacing magic is because her mom is a witch. A formidable magician, to be exact. On the contrary, she was forbidden by her parents to learn such magic, but she was curious. That's why she obeyed her parents' rules and proceeded to learn magic secretly. "Please hear my call, demon summoning," she yelled, and to her amazement, her magic worked. The circle emits a frightening cloud of smoke that begins to take the form of a big cocoon and lights brilliantly. And then it broke easily, revealing a pretty girl of average height. It has golden pigmented hair that reaches her shoulder, matching the color of the sun, and it has deep blue eyes that seem to look right into people's soul. Over her white shirt and tie, she wears a black snowcoat adorned with a skull design. Her look conveys the image of a pretty high school miscreant. It was John, also known as the Tyrant of Hell. The demon girl looked around and said, "So who is responsible for calling me here?" In a weak voice, the princess replied, "I am. Could you please grant my request?" "Oh, so you're the one who cast this pathetic spell. Did you know if it wasn't for me? This magic of your won't word, and not even a lesser demon can summon it," the demon said with full of arrogance. "Anyway, you're just going to die, and as a polite demon I will grant your wish," the demon added. After hearing this, the princess felt overjoyed as she will change to avenge her fellow countrymen. "Thank you for your..." But before she could even continue, the demon cut her off. "Oh, don't thank me yet. Do you really think that I will grant your wish for free? But I called you as my servant. It's just natural to obey my order without payment, right?" "Servant? Who, me? Ha 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 ha. Don't be so naive, little girl. You see, I'm a demon, and if you want me to grant your request, you have to form a contract with me. And of course, my service is not cheap," the demon explained. "What? No, I will not form a contract to a demon like you," the princess shouted angrily, and John just looked at her in the eye as if she was being judged. "So why did you call a demon then?" John said as she leveled herself to face the princess. "Hey princess, I know the situation of your kingdom right now, and if you want it to be destroyed, so be it. I'm gonna leave now. After all, I won't get anything from helping you," John added as she readied herself to depart. Because of what John said to her, the princess remembered the situation of her kingdom, and if she refused to make contract to a demon, her kingdom is good as doom. "Wait, please consider it. I will give you my soul as a payment." This words of the princess made John crack a smile as she looked towards the princess once again. "It's quite cheap for a payment, but I will take it, and for your request?" "Thank you for considering. For my request, please kill all of those humans who dares to attack my kingdom," said the princess as her soul leaves her body and go to John Palm. "Consider it done," said John in a playfully manner as she absorbed the soul of the princess. John then immediately walked towards the kingdom when, suddenly, she stumbled upon the lifeless corpse of the princess. Seeing this, she chuckled. "The payment is cheap, and to fill it up, I will possess this body of her as a medium." She murmured this while transforming into a ball of energy and taking possession of the princess's corpse, which was now resembling her. "Quite fragile, but it's okay. I can stay in this realm for more than an hour using this as a medium." John Pav. I then started to walk towards the kingdom, where my contractor formerly lived. As I noticed, there was a giant dome that completely isolated her kingdom. It was an anti-magic area. And for a small kingdom such as this to be immersed in anti-magic area is really overkill. Man, this really brings back bad memories from the past. I stepped inside and started my trek to the capital. While strolling, I witnessed homes being consumed by fire and the lifeless remain of women and children scattered all over the place. The head of the soldiers skewered like lollipop on spears. As the view can be just described as brutal. What the hell is this place? I asked myself and continue my march. I've already seen a lot of obscene things in the underworld, but that's understandable because everyone who lives in the underworld is a demon, But this is different, as the ones who orchestrated this massacre are humans. The race that I previously belonged to. What is happening to human race? Where are their humanity? I ask while walking. Master, this race is not the human that you used to be. Their race are completely different, as they are high human. High human? Master, a high human is a race created by the divine ancestor, Twilight Valentine. They are also the first species created by Twilight. They also have a formidable control over magicules and has a long lifespan. But due to their high ego, conceited nature, and violent tendencies, they were deemed failure and were abandoned by their creator. Damn, that's a lot of information to digest. Not only are these creatures a completely different race from normal humans, but they also have great control over their magic and have a long lifespan. But because of their idiocracy, their entire race will be erased from this world. Thanks, Seal. Anything for my master. Then I continue my march to the capital. It just took me some time to reach my destination, and the moment I enter the capital, I saw the enemy soldiers molesting civilians, women and children alike, whether they were dead or alive. This causes part of me to get irritated and clench my fist. As part of me, I couldn't help but feel angry. After all, I've been a benevolent leader in the past, and with this inhumane behavior, I could not tolerate it. It is punishable by death. Hey, are you lost, miss? Come here and I will make you feel better, said the random soldier to me, who was drooling in lust. I just looked at him with dead eyes and fired a pitch-black laser that pierced through his meat. This caused the soldier to scream in pain as his manhood got disinterested in my attack. His screaming causes the other soldiers to look at me, but I just ignore them as my attention is fixated to this perverted asshole. Be quiet, you freak, I said nonchalantly, and I fired another pitch-black laser, but this time I aimed it directly through his head, and it caused the soldiers to die in an instant. You, what the hell did you do to my comrade? Began the random soldier angrily. Are you dumb or what? The answer is simply, I killed him, I replied nonchalantly. And don't worry if you love him that so badly, I will take you with him, I added. You what? Hey everyone, we have an enemy. Prepared yourself, commanded the higher-ups soldier as they begin to encircle me and launch an attack. Hey, what a bunch of morons. Did they even think that they had a chance to harm me? What a fools. Do you really think that this chip shot can harm me? Fools, y'all are dead, Deathstreak, I said as a pitch black of light began to illuminate in my palm. As the light touched the soldiers, their bodies began to fall as if they were ragdolls. Even though this magic seems harmless at first, don't be fooled by its appearance, as this magic can easily bypass the physical body as it directly harms the spiritual body and the soul of anybody it touches. After successfully killing the soldiers, I then teleported myself inside the castle, where I saw the king of this kingdom being pinned down to the ground by a bunch of soldiers and a masculine man who was mercilessly raping the dead body of the queen. This really causes me to feel angry even more. If it weren't for Seal, who is counseling my aura, these egocentric buffoons would be dead by now. Y'all are scumbags, I said nonchalantly. This causes the soldiers to avert their gaze toward me. Y'all are going to receive the most painful death possible, I added. But the soldiers just laughed at my words. Huh, who do you think you are, Missy? Said the masculine man who was molesting the queen. You know, you have a beautiful face. And for that reason I wanted to taste the juice of you womanhood. He added and stopped trusting the queen as he walked towards me with his erected member. Come on Missy, don't be shy, and be naked already, began the man as he keeps approaching me. TCH, so disgusting. Do you really think that I'm your whore? I shouted angrily as I manifested a katana and slashed his meat, severing it from his body. Huh? What the pack? What the hell you have done? Screamed the man in pain. Be quiet, you egocentric buffoon, I replied, and using my magic, I levitated his severed member as I mercilessly inserted it deep within his throat before kicking him brutally and sending him to the wall. Now then, I said in a cold tone as I averted my eyes to the other soldiers. Who's next? I added. After witnessing what happened to their superior, the other soldiers felt a chill running down their spines as they tried to run. But before they could even do that, I laughed at an attack called Bloody Phantasm. The soldiers scream in pain as their blood violently contracts throughout their bodies, causing them to feel muscle cramps in every portion of their body. Seeing this opportunity, the masculine man who I severed the meat tried to escape. Huh, Packing coward. I thought to myself as I averted my gaze once more. Do you really think that I forget about you? I said to the escaping man. You know, it's unfair that your comrades are in intense pain, right? And for that, you also have to experience their pain. After all, you're the superior. I added in a sadistic tone as I cast bloody phantasm once more, causing the man to cry in pain. And now, I said as I walked towards the fallen king. I assume you're the king of this kingdom, correct? I asked him. And in a weak voice he replied, why yes, yes I am. So tell me, what is a king without its subject? I asked once more. The king then thinks deeply before answering. The king is nothing without its subject, because the people are the heart of the sovereign, and without its people, the king is nothing more than a turtle without its shell. Your answer is quite straightforward, and you're right. The king without a subject is nothing but a joke. And for that, as someone who failed to protect his people, I will grant you the blessings of death, but don't worry, your death is not as painful as they are. I said to the king, and to my surprise he didn't resist and just nodded by my words. I then proceeded to touch his forehead, and his body glowed brightly before it completely decomposed and turned into dust. Farewell, go reunite with your queen in the afterlife. After I killed the king, I then looked towards the soldiers who was screaming in pain all this time. Damn, what's with the noise? It's not that even painful, you know, I said, snapping my finger, causing the hearts of the soldiers to explode. After that, I walked towards the lifeless queen. When I looked at her body, I felt nothing but pity. And to honor her body, I also cast the same magic that I cast on her husband, making her body decompose and turning it into dust in an instant. Now then, based on the contract, my mission is not finished yet as I have to kill all the person who invaded this kingdom, I said. Seal locate the base of the enemy, affirmative. I was now flying above the base of the enemy. I can see them celebrating because of their victory. But without them even knowing I successfully killed a bunch of their people. I want to make this quick, that's why I deployed Megiddo. Men, this feels really nostalgic. I thought to myself while reminiscing in the past. Now then, may the wrath of God bless you, die. Megiddo, I said, fully activating the magic. It then began to fire a bunch of laser of light in the enemy base, killing all the soldiers that it pierce. Notice. 1,426 soldiers has died. 2,573 soldiers has died. 5,583 soldiers has died. 10,573 soldiers has died. Seal stated. It was then that the voice of the world rang to my head. Notice. The amount of soul has successfully met. The harvest festival of the yellow primordial will begin. I was confused by the sudden turn of event. Seal, that the hell is happening? Why I am entering a harvest festival? I asked Seal out of confusion. Master, it seems that you triggered the demon lord seed of John from blooming. That's why you're expecting the harvest festival again. Wait, what? But before I could continue, the intense drowsiness hits me. Damn it. Seal, how many soldiers were left alive right now? As of now 207,572 soldiers are alive, including the king. Seal replayed, and this causes he to get shock. What the hell? That many? I shouted out of shock. Using the dead bodies of the soldiers as a sacrifice, I begin summoning my two faithful followers in the underworld. Such as Blue and an archdemon that belongs to my lineage. You two, kill all the soldiers in the area, including the king, and don't you dare to sleep. Understand, I commanded then, and did they just nod and begin to follow my order as I was being engulfed by drowsiness. In the other side of the world, third-person Pav. Gia. Screamed the wizard as he experiencing intense pain. That's right, Gi, for now I will be known as Guy. Began the person with crimson hair and eyes. As he felt a pleasure coming from his very soul. What is this? I felt more powerful than before, asked the redhead demon to himself. You? What did you do? Why did you betray your own summoner and master? The leader of the kingdom asked the demon in anger. But the demon just chuckled before he replied. That's your payment, to be continued.